All right, great day, everyone. Well, let's check this out here. You can see my background has changed. It is not SBET. I have taken that off. It is gold and silver. Now you might go, Jane, why did you put gold and silver on today? Why would you do that? Well, let's see here. Let's get that pinned up. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. Let's change this. So we went from 90 degrees to 60 degrees. Quite a doozy. And it's no wonder if people start to get sick, right? Because, ooh, look, they moved their January level, 597.98. All right. That is 3 levels that have moved. Let's put in our limits over here. 628.04, 561, oops, 80, 223.92, 445.22. Boom, there we go. So we've got our 7, we've got our limit here for 7% and then 20%. Let's just make that centered. There we go. That was bugging me. I will take a picture for you all. Hope you are having an amazing morning so far. I will not be live on Monday. Back with you guys on Tuesday. So there are the limits for today. I don't think we're going to need them, but I do them every day pretty much. So that's what we have for the limits for today. All right, let's get this cleaned up over here. We will look at SBET and XXRP. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of that bold. All right. There we go. Let's see what big earning gappers we have. American Express. It's up 1.2%. Tello is the really big one. That's Meso. Mesoblat Limited. I feel like that's a Band-Aid company. Are they a Band-Aid company? Oh, and most importantly, well, not most importantly, but you guys know I always check the covers, right? I'm checking the covers of The Economist. Winning the war on cancer. It's disappearing. Shh, it's parasites. So what's going to happen if they are winning the war? Pharmaceutical companies will not make as much money, maybe. Are they going to stop all of the chemo, which would be pharmaceutical chemicals? We have AI and the death of the web, the geopolitics defying economy, KGB versus CIA. Why are you talking about those two there? Why is that an issue? Like, why are we having an issue between the sort of internal policing surveillance for Russia and the US? The rise of women's sports. Okay, interesting, right? So some interesting titles here for this week. Winning the war on cancer, so they're eradicating it. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so Meso, I want to see what Meso is. I feel like Mesoblast is a Band-Aid. Truly, I feel like it's Band-Aid. No, suspension for IV infusion. Stromal cell therapy for the treatment of steroid-refracted acute graft versus host disease in pediatric patients 2 months and older. It is indicated for the treatment of steroid-refractory acute graft versus host. Does that mean like HIV? What is it? Not sure that I understand that. If there's any doctors out there that understand it, looks like maybe they got some positive news. Let's check here. They have positive news. Commercial launch of Ryansil. There you go. And how many shares in the float? We don't know. Likely low float. We're going to ignore that for now. All right. Interactive brokers as a trader. You've probably heard of this one. So we've got interactive brokers rocking it to the upside on earnings. Let's see, float for IBKR, 421 million. Daily point of control. So is this our last earnings? Negative. All right, let's go here. Let's put on our points of control. So this one's a pink one. We're going to make it a pink one. Well, this one will be blue for today. After hours earnings. Boom. Right there. Ooh, it's looking pretty good. Looking like they bought it. This one, we're going to make this one pinkity. Pinkity drinkity. All right. So IBKR, the point of control from earnings. You know what? Let's go down to 1 minute. Let's see here. Yeah, it's right there. 1601, 59.66. That's pretty bullish. Okay, let's clear this over here too. Boom, boom. SBET still advancing to the upside. Ooh. All right, you see we're testing over here. If we are able to stay above here, we're able to close this week likely above, then we're going to see that this will continue. Otherwise, it did have a great run. It had a 300% run from when the big guys entered. So if we see this flip up, end of day today, let's put it on a 45-minute chart. Actually, let's bring it back to 3 hours. Let's see if maybe, no. But for fun, let's go from when it broke out there. All right, still 1625. So looks like it's still going strong for now. This could be a little waiver. We have a little correction, right? If we were to look at it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a little A, B, C, and then a 1 again, potentially for the Elliott waivers that are out there. All right. Let's also look at BABA. BABA is killing it. Well, let's check out Nvda. First off, Nvda. 23.4 billion. Point of control is still there at 144.20. All right, let's go to Tessie. Tessie, how you doing there, Tessie? All right, 318.75. All right, let's check out our down gappers. There's still a bunch. We've also got, I'm going to put over here, BABA, Circle that are advancing as well. FXI, Chevron, 2 up 4 points. We're going to look at Coin, MicroStrategy. Not so much those two. All right. So let's see, ALV, Netflix is pulling back, but it's too, we will talk about it later, but right now it is too high priced, I think, for most people to trade. But it did pull back a little bit. Crazy movement yesterday after earnings. And we'll throw on a little earnings line there. Oops, that was not the right one. There we go. So it looks like they did sell right there. Sarepta is pulling back still. How about ALV? What is ALV? I don't know that one off the top of my head. Alliance. Oh, yes, I heard that Alliance was not doing well. Germany is very sick, and this is a German-based company. So they are feeling the pain. But that is the German version. Let's go to ALV. The American version. We don't have one. Qu'est-ce qui se passe ici, là? I don't see. Oh, there we go. Auto live. Different one. Bearish engulfing. Nice potential gap fill down here. Down to 113. If not lower, down to 119. Down to the 33. Bigger move down off of earnings there. You know what? We're taking it off. Not enough volume today. All right. Sarepta, Joby. $93.4. Joby was rocking before. Pulled back now. Sarepta is below the big money. 93.4. That is 1916. All right. Let's go to Joby. Big money is still below on Joby. They got government contracts and it took off. Joby Aviation took off. Sorry, bad joke. 866. All right. YHC. Too low float for me, but if you like the low floats, what goes up must come back down. Bearish engulfing. For those that are in this or have traded it, looks like big money level is 361 to watch. ACHR, Archer Aviation, 532 million. I haven't had this one on yet, so that's, oops, interesting there. Let's put that over here. Right there, 1001. ACHR. A lot of aviation stuff coming up. 10.01. Interesting entry price there. Ethereum is advancing. GSK, GlaxoSmithKline, pulling back 47 cents. 2.02 billion. Big money. Big money. Let's see if I put it right there. Is at 38.28. Looks like they sold it. Remember that cover that they are eradicating cancer? Does that include eradicating pharmaceuticals? How about IBB? Just for fun. Biotech. You know what I want to see? Let's go to the biotech holdings for IBB. We're also going to check XXRP, IBB, biotech, top holdings, Vertex Pharmaceuticals, Gilead, Amgen, Regeneron. All right. So it's interesting that there's no, we don't really have any of the big major ones like Glaxo or Johnson & Johnson or Novavax. I find that interesting. Okay, interesting. Let's see. FXI is advancing with Baba, I think. Yeah, JD as well. Baba, FXI. Keep getting drawn over to the advancing stocks instead of declining stocks. There's not too many pulling back today, which is a good thing for the market overall. Let's look at Coinbase. Advancing as well. MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy seems to sort of be basing sideways. I did post out yesterday all of the insider selling on quite a large number of crypto stocks. So, you know, we gotta be, let's go XXRP up as well, $6.59. You know what? I'm gonna put on BABA over here. It's not declining, but it is advancing and it is inactive. So disregard that it's red here. If you guys follow me all the time, you know that that's typically the gapping down stocks, but today you don't have to worry about that. All right, so BABA 2.23 billion, and big money is at 114.96. All right, you know what? I have not had the chat going, so if you guys were talking to me, I feel really bad. If you are live and they're ready to chat with me, go ahead and put in a hey Jane, it's working, because I did not have the multi-stream chat going, so I think it did not activate and I ended up not seeing comments, and I do apologize. All right, let me tweet out what we are going over today. All right. So you guys might be new, you might have just found me, you might be saying, Jane, why on earth? Why should I follow you? Okay, so I've been in the stock market since 2000. I was a Series 7 registered broker's assistant, meaning I had the ability to handle other people's money. I did, at that time, we had paper tickets. Might not look that old, but you know, we had paper tickets at that time. We had a trading desk in our office. We had a compliance department. We had all that good stuff. And we also had the WorldCom stock options for the employees in our office. We saw the dot-com bubble implosion happened. I saw people lose a lot of stuff. And so it was partner with one of my brokers that had been there for 25 years. He's actually still a broker now, which is cool, Richard Grodzicki. And or go to culinary school in Europe. So I left and I went to culinary school in Europe. Had an amazing time, first in my class at Cordon Bleu. And then, fast forward, moved to Canada, married, had my first child, second layoff of my life. What am I going to do to make money for the family? Well, you know, trading is awesome, but maybe if I get into it as a day trader, that would be better. And so that's how I came to day trading back in 2015. So 10 years as a day trader, 25 as a long-term swing trader, and found out that if you really, in my opinion, look at the point of control, the big money point of control, you can pretty much rock it because you know where the big guys are in the trading world. So if you all want to check out my trading book, it's $11 right here. Trade Like a Billionaire. Simply type in Carpe profit, not carpet profit, but Carpe profit. Your brain wants to put the T there. All the way at the bottom, boom, how to trade like a billionaire right there. Okay, super easy to understand and learn how to do everything that we're doing here. So I always start off with my crypto portion first in the morning so I can explain what we're doing. First off, we have Bitcoin right here. So first I look at the 24-hour chart. The 24-hour chart will give me where that big money is positioned. For crypto, Forex, commodities, futures, I will look at the beginning of the quarter, right? So I have January 1st, April 1st, July 1st as my dates. Right now for July 1st, big money is at 117,873. They've dropped that a little bit, or actually they've increased that. 117,873.38. Boom. All right. Then for my day trading, I'm looking at the beginning of the day for cryptos, futures, commodities, and Forex. That starts last night. So I look to see at the beginning of the trading day, where is that big money? Because if we go above it, boom, they were buying. If we go below it, they were selling. So their big money level for today is right now, it does change, is 120, 256, 96. All right, that's a little taste. We're going to go through it with Ethereum, XRP, Doge, and Solana. We'll check them out, give you the levels, and then we'll map out the trades, and then we'll get faster with the stocks. All right, so 29, right here is the double for the daily, 29.90 and 98 cents. For the intraday here, let's see if it recalculates a little bit. Nope. Okay, 36.11, 39. 36.11 and 39. Hey, great day, Jaspreet. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know that's working. All right, so we've done Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's go to XRP. XRP, big money, is still down at 227. They have not sold. So they are looking to potentially take that higher at this moment. The intraday is 36261. 36261. Let's go to Doge. All right, Doge over here. Whoop, they popped it up. Just kidding. 0.17190. 0.17190. All right, and Doge here, 0.24027. 0.24027. All right, let's go to Solana. Daily on Solana, right here, 162.99. 162.99. It's a little heavy. All right. Intraday, 180.73. If you are new to following and you have questions, you have something that you'd like me to check out, just put it in the chat, all right? Or if you are on Twitter, you can put it as a comment on the live stream, and I should see it under my notifications. I've got those up as well. If you all like the live stream, the best way for me to be able to help other people is for you guys to share it, right? My whole goal is to help people, and I'm not charging you for this, only if you want any sort of education, right? So remember, this is all my personal opinion. Do with it what you will. Trade with proper risk management. There are varying degrees of risk in all trading instruments, so keep all that in mind. All right, we're going to go 120,500 as the upper bound for Bitcoin. Lower bound, you can see they brought it down to this 425 right here. We want to go right below this Camarilla. Let's do 118,500 right there. All right, 118,500 and 120,500. 118,500. There we go. So you do see that this moves to green. That means that big money is below us on the daily. That means in general for a swing trade, it would be pretty high. Now what I am seeing over here is selling, bearish, selling, selling, selling. Plus we saw a lot of insider selling. If you check out my tweet from yesterday, I did a chain of all these different Bitcoin related stocks that had insider selling in the last week of June, first 2 weeks of July. So keep your eyes peeled, right? To me, we might be topping out in the crypto market. That's just a, hey, cautionary tale. However, Ethereum, it seems like they have moved this up. This is not readjusted to a point of selling just yet, but Bitcoin, they have popped it higher, and you can see that they were positioning. Maybe they're done. Even though they take it up, they might bring it right back down. They might be getting greedy, selling extra right there. Okay? All right. For Ethereum for today, let's see if we put it up here. Can we go to 50? Ooh. Yeah, we can go to 36.50 right here. Still be above that. 36.50 as the upper bound. Now, big money is, boom, right over here. 36.11 and 50 cents. They moved it a little bit. We could go below over here, 580. All right, let's go 35.60 right there. 35. Oop, 35. Oops, I don't want the time frame. 35.60. All right, 35.60 and 36.50. There we go. Let's go to XRP. Time to rock on through this. Ooh, we have a long leg doji at the top after a very strong bullish. I'd mentioned 340 was going to be the test over here, so that's probably going to be our support level. Actually, it looks like 342 would be a good one. Coordinates 342, negative, not $3.42. 342, okay, and 364. Wow, why is it doing it for that? 364. Okay, 342 and 364 here. Let's go to Doge. All right, Doge, big advancement today, coming up to almost testing that 0.25 level. We see it broke out, so we're filling a gap zone over there. We could put this here, 2.425. Let's see. Let's put it up above 2.48 right there. 0.248. Aha, I forget. I have to always go 0.248. Got to put that 0 in front. $0.234. All right. Potential short below 0.234 and 0.248. Jaspreet, you have any questions? Everybody else is being quiet this morning. No need to be quiet. I find it boring when you guys don't chat. That's just me. It's not as much fun. It's not a community. I like the community feel. Helping one another. Okay, 176.50 here for the lower bound, 184. Whoop, 184. There we go. All right, so that's going to be the crypto section for today. If you guys do enjoy the live stream, I am live pretty much every morning, but not Monday morning, okay? Family event going on, so not Monday morning. All right, I'll be back on Tuesday with you all. Other than that, I'm typically here. The whole reason I got into trading was so that I could put family first, right? To have that flexibility. So if I'm off, it's typically I'm dealing with a family event, okay? All right, Jaspreet, I'm currently learning about stock trading in the last 3 months. Started with 1617. Currently 1848, all on Nvda. Still learning. Thanks for your daily insights. Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Well, let's look at it. As some might say, it's not always great to have all your eggs in one basket, right? So diversifying might be amazing. Just want to give you that heads up, and do with it what you will. It's up to you. So let's see here. Below 35 will give you a 45-cent trade, but below 34.50 would give you a bigger trade to the downside here. And let's go over here. Above 41. So 34.50 and 41 there. Now, I also do check out the daily short volume. Jane, what are you talking about daily short volume? Well, people can short stocks. They borrow those stocks from the broker and they sell them, hoping that it goes down. There's no guarantees that it's going to go down, right? Typically with inflation, things only go up. So it would have to be bad news for it to go down. Oh, IBKR is earnings as well. So when it is dropping, then people start shorting it. However, it could go against them and then they have to buy it back at a higher price, creating a loss. So when this is more than 50%, that means to me that more people have held it overnight selling it. And then when we see it advance, that could create that squeeze of price. They feel the pressure to have to buy it. So that's where that short squeeze happens. Plus the longs are going in and saying, hey, I would like to buy this at this price. So you have sometimes an instant pop right open. All right, so XXRP, this is, oops, I deleted that and I took it off of SBET. This is 6.4, I think, million. And SBET, I think it's 100. I'm going to say 116 million. Let's go back to SBET really quickly. All right, let's see. No, 64. Totally off there. 64 million. It's all good. Not really totally, just off by, 50 million. All right. So bulk of the volume right now is between 60, 68. So we could put this at 60, 50 and 62, 69. If we did 63 here, you've got, yeah, we can do 63. 63. So we've got 69 cents there, potential. Above 64 is an easier trade if it can get there, or below 60.50. All right, 60.50 and 63. IBKR, International Brokers, earnings today. Big move after hours. Where are my lines? Do I not have lines on here? All right, let's put this at 65. Ooh. Put 63. Okay. Let's get rid of, no, okay, we're good there. Pull this down. Pull this down. All right. So here we go. Interactive Brokers, earnings gapped up $3 since earnings 59.67. So they bought, I'd put it up above 62.80. We're free and clear of most Camarillas and pivots. And I put that at 62 right there. So 62 and 62.80. Likely going to move to the upside. Why? Because they bought yesterday and it's nowhere to be seen. We're still well up above at 59.66. So fairly bullish to me on that. All right, let's check out Nvda. So Jaspreet's in Nvda. Nice trade. Jaspreet, do you have an exit? Since it seems like you're swing trading it, do you already know your exit if it goes against you? Do you know where you're going to get out? Just trying to help you already know your plan before anything negative happens. So right here for the day trade, I would look at 173.50. That's going to give you 20-cent trade there. Above 174 is obviously a nicer trade, but it is going to be a smaller trade. 19 cents there. Below 173.20. Let's put it down below 173.20. I'm going to adjust that. 172.50. All right. All right. So you're saying right here. Okay. Sounds good. Below that body. No problem. There's a chance today it might go down to 171.61. Many times they like to bring it. You see how it sort of rides along this pink one? So it could come down to that pink one and bounce, or it could come all the way down. But many times you see how it rides the pink and that purple, mostly the pink, that it might come down to 171.66 and still continue up. Just to give you a heads up there. All right. So Tesla has, they moved their point of control 318.75. It was up here at 324. So they tested the 324 level yesterday. Did they sell more here? Right? If we zoom in, we have selling wick, selling wick, selling wick, selling wick. So it would, in my opinion, really need to break out above that 325 zone for me to be full on bull for Tesla. Everyone's like, well, it's going to go up. It's Elon Musk. It's Elon Musk. It's going to go up. He's amazing. Blah, 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 blah. Well, it could also not go up. They could be positioning more to sell. So that's why, in my opinion, it would be above 325 before a bigger move to the upside. Right now, it's still in a little bit of limbo land to me, even though big money is below at the moment. All right, let's go to Sarepta. My pleasure, Jasper. It's all just my personal opinion. Do with it what you'd like. Just some insight that I see. All right, so Sarepta pulling back. No idea what the news is. I don't really care what the news is, honestly. Let's see here. Big money. I'd say if we put this down here, 17, that gives you 58 cents there. 17 or below. Below. Why will that line not move? There we go. Thank you. Oh, they moved it. Right down here, 14.92. So we got to go below 14.50. Below 14.50 or above 17. All right, let's go to Joby Aviation. All right, Joby Aviation kicking it, taking it up to new heights. I'd like this one 40, but it's only 15 cents. 60 will give us 20 cents. So let's do 17.60. It looks like really up above 18, the high, right? If we wanted to see free and clear, 18.80 is the super easy trade up to 19.85. But a smaller little day trade would be right there. But the momentum today is to the downside. I would go below 16.60 right here. That would give you potential 90-cent trade. 16.60, 17.60. All right, ACHR. Archer Aviation. Do I have any lines on here? Nope. All right, let's put some on. All right. You could look at 13.20, but it's only going to give you 18 cents. Go a little higher. It's lower priced. Let's do 20. Let's do 30. 13.30. That's going to give you 22 cents right there. Above 13.55 is the former point of control. Hey, Great J, Roger, how are you? Good to see you back. APLD. Let's put that over here. APLD is a request from Paper Chaser. All right. So Archer Aviation looks like it's sort of like a rock. You throw it in the air and it's went all the way up, and now it's potentially coming back down to sort of that 12.50 zone. So we have pivot right here at 12.98. I put it 12.92 for potential short and 13.30. Roger lives out in Arizona. How's the weather been treating you? We had your heat here, Roger. It was crazy, but we also had humidity. Yours is better. No heat for you. All right. 36.50 here for GlaxoSmithKline. Sarepta. Sarepta is earnings, yes? No. I thought it was. Okay, never mind. Disregard that. GlaxoSmithKline. Drawdown, maybe on that news or the cover of the cancer eradication on earnings, 35.60 and 36.50. Big money sold at 38.28. All right, let's go to BABA. BABA advancing, JD advancing, FXI advancing, KWeb advancing because it has BABA in those ETFs. And JD typically will always move similarly. All right, let's put it 120.80 here. Up above, big money's at 120 right now on the day. And we've got Camarillah's pivots here. 119 would give you 80 cents. Don't really, you could if you want to be a bit more aggressive, 1982 for potential drawdown. Couldn't find the sign up page. Hot as usual, 110 degrees. Yeah. 119 and 120.80. All right. So let's also, I have BABA on there. Let's look at Circle. Circle's also advancing today. So Circle, bigger picture, big money has moved their position up here, right? 201.48. So potential day trade on Circle. I have them flipped. I don't know why I have them flipped, but that's all good. I'd put it here, 243. 245 is going to act pretty strong resistance, so keep watch for that. You could do 240, 250. You could see big money was right there if you wanted to enter there, but I see the selling wicks right here, so let it get a little bit outside there. And 239. All right, let's also, we've already done Tesla. Let's do Chevron today as well. Chevron is advancing. Big money levels right there that we're testing. It is not earnings, but we have tested. Let's put it at 157.50 here. Or below 156. Randy, tiny position. I got rid of most of it. The ISO 20022 is really not going to happen, even though they're trying to push crypto as the magic way. To me, the Bitcoin bubble is like the .com bubble of 2000. We're going to see it all implode. Feels like we might be topping out a little bit right now with Bitcoin because all of the stocks saw insider trading. BKSY for Lorenzo. Okay, so let's go to Coinbase. Coinbase is still advancing. Coinbase did not have that much of insider selling, but we had 1 million on, is it here? MicroStrategy. So here we go. MicroStrategy, they've had a lot of insider selling, but even more so, this is the one that got me. This is for Jaspreet, right? Look at all this heavy insider selling. Granted, they did it last July too, but oh wow, another one. If we look just at this one, okay, and we look at since, how about the 20th? So I'm going to add this up. Okay, let's put it over here. 200,000, 225,000. Yeah, that's 20,000. 225,000, 225, 225, right? How many times do we have times 225? So, okay, 100,000, so that's 300, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll call this 300,000. 225, 1, 2, 3 is equal to sum of all of these. Oh, I missed this one. Down one more. How could I miss that? 1.2 million sold by Huang Zhenshun since July 20th. Sorry, since June 20th for Nvda. That's a lot, right? Hey Google, what's 1.2 million times 158?
The answer is 189,600,000.
Okay, so Huang Zhenshun has made 100 and what was it? 58 million? 68,800. Which volume profile indicator? You know what, Terry, I have it spelled out right in the book. I have images. So if you have the book, just go back to it. It tells you exactly how to put it on. Okay, so Coinbase for today, say up above 423 or below 419 over here. Big money is at 421.50. MicroStrategy Thank you guys for chatting. I love it. See, it seems like it's topping out a little bit right here. All the selling wicks right there. It's slowing down. Whoop, ceiling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and it cannot break above 455. So you know what? Let's put up above 455. It's got to break it for it to be a long, in my opinion. So we can use that even for day trade. Ooh, 452. Look at how they brought it down, and then they put it up here at 453, 452, and 455. All right. We will look at Netflix. It is a little pricey. Not everybody could trade this. I believe I do have some lines for this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Horizontal lines. Let's put this at, we'll call it 1250. And we'll call this one 1240. All right, so Netflix, I'd say they sold, oh, they actually brought it down to 1240.52. Let's bring it down here, 1230, or up above 1250. Right there. All right, for the potential day trade. Big money did sell up here at 1262.20. All right, let's get into APLD for Paper Chaser. Nice one. This one is looking nice. I like it. I like it. Big money is right here at 1033. This, how many shares does this have? APLD. Nice one. Nice call out. 173. Okay, so I'd put it up above 1180 up here, or big money is down at 1130. So if you wanted to short it, 1120 right there. All right, BKSY for Lorenzo. All right, let's put this on here. Black Sky Technology, pulling back, right? We're hitting the 15 EMA, top of the candle here at 24.61. Let's check out the trade over here. So we have seen an influx moving up. Let's put on point of control. Big money's down 11.49. They have not sold up at the top that we see as of yet. So right now, big money down here, 22.50. So if you wanted to short it, I would go below 21.80. If I wanted to go for the retracement, because momentum is to the downside, I'd say up above 23 right now. That would give you potential trade to 23.75. All right, let's go to the indexes. All right, the Dow, we are up above. Ooh, look, they popped up for, which one is this one? How far back does this one go? This one is from January. January is at 443.42. All right, and we still have the April level 423.18. All right, so we have bigger money up above, no, correction, that's 444.10. All right. We had a bigger advancing day yesterday. Do you guys see this? No, I don't want to, I want a horizontal ray. That's not what I wanted. I'm gonna adjust this, here we go. So we see that breakout of that downward trend yesterday, right? Why did, there. All right. So now up above 440, sorry, 445.80. No, 446 or below 445.20. So we have, I don't know why this one is not conditional formatting, highlighting cells less than this is green. Okay. This one, conditional formatting, highlight cells less than this is green. Boom. 443, conditional formatting, highlight less than This means that they bought, and it's green. So we got 3 green on the Dow. Looks like they were buying. All right, the Russell, similar. They have that at 222.85. That is where we see it, yes. They have 208.64 and 208.89. Okay, those have not changed. And everything is advancing. You know, I didn't look over here today. We're almost at 8:30. No news there. Let's go fear and greed. 75. We might find some positioning happening today. Let's go crypto fear and greed. Ooh, bigger moves on crypto today. Big expansive move, I believe, is going to be coming. So get ready for that if you are a crypto trader. It looks like it's going to be a great day. Where's Asif? Asif, are you here today? It's going to be a good day for crypto. It's going to be a bigger moving day. Let's do 224 right there for the Russell. 224 and 225.20. 3 green as well. All right, let's go to the Qs. The Qs, 555.97. Okay, 555.98, no problem. We're still riding this trend line up until we aren't anymore. All right, 520, sorry, let's go down here. 562.50. We're below 562. Look at how many times it bounced there. 4th time, if it doesn't bounce, it's going to break hard. TSLA seems to be picking stream. You mean Tesla? Yeah, I already did Tesla right here. I did talk about it. The big money has moved their point of control from 324.75 to 318.75. In my opinion, it needs to break above 325 for it to be a full-on long trade. Mangala. But thank you. I did cover it earlier. If you can rewind, you'll hear that portion. All right, so boom, they brought this back down. Okay, so 597.98. 623. Oh no, it was this one. They brought them both up and now they brought them back down. 599.46. Interesting. Maybe they aren't shorting it like they were going to. They canceled their trades. That's very interesting. Okay, 623.57. Moved it down just a little bit yesterday and bought more maybe. Interesting. It looks like maybe they canceled some trades yesterday from Wednesday. Interesting. They didn't like their position of shorting, so they're not quite ready to short just yet, in my opinion, right? It's just my opinion. Do with it what you will. Looks like they canceled their shorts. 628.20 and 629. Oh, 629.20. All right, so that is it for today. I hope you all have an amazing trading day. If you like what I have talked about as far as that point of control, seeing where the big money is, check out my website, carpeprofit.com. At the bottom, you will see, here's the website. You will see down here how to trade like a billionaire. It is $11. It will spell out exactly how to set all this stuff up for yourself so you can do it, so you can learn. The whole point is I want to help people, right? So check it out. And it tells you how to do all of that information so you can see where the big guys are hiding on the charts. You don't need level 2. All you need is really the chart with that point of control. Okay, have an amazing trading day. Carpe Profit sees those profits one trade at a time. And don't just have a good day, have a great day. See you all on Tuesday. I will not be live on Monday. Family event going on.